Hey everybody, welcome back to the Concealed Carry channel. I'm Grant McLean. Today we're going to do a follow-up on the Kore Essentials belt that we did a unboxing for a while ago, and now that, I've got a chance to put it through the ringer, I'm going to give you my feedback. And in this follow-up, I'm also going to show you how to cut the belt to size and install the belt buckle on there, so that way if you get one you kind of know exactly what to do. Before we jump into this real quick, I want to say thanks so much to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to support the channel, you can go into the description below and find our Patreon link at the top of that description. It'll take you there and you can support the channel, which is greatly appreciated, and it get exclusive content and entries in for our quarterly giveaways as well. Going beyond the black shirt. It's nice. If you do need to get a gun or accessories, you can visit nwarmory.com. The folks over at Northwest Armory have been great to us, so let's make sure to take care of them. They can ship a gun to your local FFL, or you can do a local pickup there. And of course, if you want to get some awesome reactive targets, visit our friends at xhunttargets.com and order some of those up. Now let's go ahead and jump into basically the follow-up of the Kore Essentials belt. In the unboxing, you saw that I had two belts. I had one of their buffalo leather belts, and then I also had one of their more tactical style of belt. And that buffalo leather one, I'll tell you, I ended up actually liking this belt so much that I gifted my best friend the other one. So I'll show you here real quick how to do the install. So what we're going to do is we're going to size the belt and install the buckle here for you. Now you're going to need a good pair of scissors, some nice heavy duty scissors, and the Allen key to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the belt, and first thing we're going to do is cut this to size. Now on the inside of the belt, you'll see there's markings. Now this being a black belt and the markings being black, it's a little bit more difficult for you to see on the camera here, but in person it's fairly easy to see. So you'll see this belt goes from 28 inches all the way out to 54 inches. If your waist size is around 54 inches, and I'll get to what I mean by around 54 inches, then you don't have to cut it at all. Now what you want to do is you want to measure out your waist size, or find your waist size on here. So for me, my waist size is like a 34 to 35, somewhere in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut this to a 35, because I can always cut more off in the future if I need to. Versus if I cut too short, well then I'm kind of stuck with it. So what you want to do is you want to find your waist size and then go 4 more inches, and that's where you want to cut. So I'm going to cut at 39 because I've determined my waist size is a 35. So we're going to take those sharp scissors and we're going to cut at 39. Yeah, you definitely want to have some heavy duty scissors for this, because that thing is pretty heavy duty. It's pretty thick. I think some regular scissors for just cutting paper are definitely going to struggle. Now that we have the belt cut, we're going to install the buckle. And what we'll do is we're going to install it. You have your teeth here, so you can see the teeth are open. We're going to take the inside of the belt and put that on the inside where you'd find your Allen screws and the teeth. And you're going to push that all the way in, and you're going to fold this over into the belt. Now, you might need to turn this upside down and press it down on top of a table if you have trouble pushing those teeth down. As you can see, it went fairly easy for me. And then you're going to tighten these screws. They say that you don't need to, but for extra security, and I say, why not? I mean, it already has the Allen screws in there. You have the Allen wrench. It's going to take about, a minute more to do. I figure it's kind of a no-brainer. So now everything is nice and tight in there. I'm going to just take that end, slide it into the buckle, and you'll hear the ratcheting. Seems to hold very well. I like that. Easy to push through. And then on the bottom here, you have your release, which you'll just push that towards the front of the buckle, and that lets you release it. So if you want to release a few notches, you can. Or if you want to release the belt completely, you can. So now that you've seen how to cut the belt to size and install the buckle, it is very, very simple. I ended up not doing that after I did this one to the buffalo leather, because I ended up sending that off to my best friend and gifting that to him. And that, everything about that belt I absolutely loved, and you know what, I'm going to order one of those for myself. Overall, I've really enjoyed this belt. It is held together very, very well. It's not all flexed out. It still has a lot of stiffness to it, which is exactly what I was looking for with this, because when I have this belt either inside the waistband, outside the waistband, it's performed incredibly well. But also when I'm putting, you know, magazines onto the belt and those holsters, it's held together very well. The mechanism for putting the belt through the buckle has held up beautifully. The mechanism here to adjust the belt has also held up really well, and it is very easy to adjust. As you can see, I'm just flipping that forward and adjusting, and it's really easy to adjust this on your person as well. But you know, I really like that, because if you're going from inside the waistband to outside the waistband, or even after, you know, having lunch, or you get into your vehicle and you sit down and you don't necessarily want to have this kind of like digging into you, you can just take this little lever there, flip it forward, and adjust that. And this adjusts in 1/4 inches. So I know I talked about that in the unboxing, but in reality, in real world scenarios, this has held up and performed very, very well. So, you know, I told you guys I was going to give you a follow-up, and I'm going to give this 2 thumbs up. Now, Kore Essentials, they have provided us with a 10% off coupon for our viewers, people who want to order these, and it is CCC10. So in the description below, we have put a link to Kore Essentials and also the coupon code for you to get 10% off of a Kore Essentials belt, accessory, whatever it might be. Just use that at checkout. But anyways, I hope that this has helped those of you who have been looking for an EDC belt. The leather belts, I'm telling you guys, are so good too. There's plenty of like these kind of tactical looking belts, but the leather ones, I mean, my goodness, those are so freaking nice. Like I said, I gifted that to my best friend. So, you know, I'm going to order another one for myself. In fact, I'll probably order a couple in different colors and a couple different buckles to kind of go with, you know, my style as well. But other than that, you know what? I give it 2 big thumbs up. I definitely recommend them to my friends, family, and of course to my trusted viewers as well. So anyways, check that out in the description below, and thanks again for checking out the channel today for our follow-up on the Kore Essentials belt. Again, I want to say thank you guys so much to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to help support the channel, visit the description below. Again, the link to our Patreon page is there. We greatly appreciate the support. And if you need to get a gun, you can visit nwarmory.com and order it from Northwest Armory and have it shipped to your local FFL, or do an in-store pickup. And, of course, visit xhunttargets.com to order some of those awesome reactive targets. Other than that, you guys, thanks so much, and we will see you next time here on the Concealed Carry channel for another review.